Hello everybody, this is an update on the 125-gallon Lake Malawi show tank that I started putting together at the beginning of the year. It is now August, so this tank has been established for about 6 months now. Things are going really well. Been very happy with the tank. Just as a reminder, this tank again is on 125 gallons. I've got the awesome AquaDecor background. I've got an FX6 hooked up to it. Some Caribsea sand. What else? Eheim heater. I've got the Jeboa, or I'm not sure how you pronounce it, powerhead and current LED lights. I also I put in some plants, which is my first venture into the live plants, and I'll talk about that in a little bit too as well. So as far as fish goes, I have a mixture of haps, peacocks, and a few Mamuna in there. I've been really happy with the fish so far. I haven't had any real major issues with them. I did have one mishap. It's an all-male tank, and I was accidentally sent a female, which means that it was a yellow lab, which means that she and where's he at? This fine fella were making babies. So I had a yellow lab female and a white lab male. And so they had two broods, and it's not necessarily something that I was wanting in this tank. So I ended up donating her to a local fish store, and then Tampa Bay Cichlids was awesome, and they sent me this new male lab. So we'll see how the two get along, and hopefully they do. If they don't, then we'll figure out which one's going to stay and what to do with the other one. So aside from that mishap, the fish are doing great. A lot of them are still young. They're just starting to really color up, some of them anyways. I've got some more time on the others. But overall, they've been getting together. They've been getting along fairly well. So we'll see how that goes. I would say the one that really most recently has really started to color up. Where's he at? Yeah. Is this guy. This yellow blaze. He's just within the past 2 or 3 months. This really came out of nowhere and started coloring up. So I'm excited to see where it goes. I know I've got a little while on quite a few of these guys. But anyways, so the plants. So good things and bad things. The really good things is that these guys are sucking up nitrates. I literally have not had a nitrate balance on this tank since I put the plants in, which has really surprised me. This is my first go at live plants, and I think that's awesome. I mean, it literally was a silent cycle. I thought something was going wrong by not seeing nitrates, and these guys were just sucking them up, and I've never had an issue with nitrates. The one thing that I don't necessarily care for, and this is maybe likely specific to this type of plant, these are Java ferns, and they start to propagate off of the leaves themselves. So if you can see, what you see is these little plants coming off of the bigger leaves, and so it's not a nice and clean look. It's kind of ugly, really. But what I'm hoping for is kind of like this one, is to where once you get a lot of these leaves propagating off of the bigger leaf, that the smaller leaves will turn into much bigger leaves, and you'll end up with a nice green, appealing looking plant. So we'll see. So these are the Java ferns. I do have Anubias. We'll see how these do. As you can see, it's trying to sprout new leaves, but I think the Mbuna are getting to this one before they actually can start getting anywhere. So, but I figured I'd give plants a go. I'm happy that I did, and we'll see where they go. So, in any event, like I said, very happy with it. I did have some diatom issues, and I'm continuing to kind of struggle with those. Not really struggle. It's manageable, but me not wanting to have any unsightly algae in the tank is just something to note. Just water changes have helped, and I do have a bushy nose pleco in there, as well as some snails. There's the is that zebra, or is that that's leopard? Nearite snails. I've also put some Phosphogard in, and I attribute it a lot, I think, to the silicone that is holding the AquaDecor background on. But again, it's been manageable. But overall, very happy. Spent a lot of time in front of the tank just watching it. So, alright, well, I will send another update, or post another update in the upcoming months, just to show how things are going. Night.